I have been kidnapped, and I'm trapped at the location of, I didn't actually check.
You were blindfolded and brought here.
And down to the wire.
Oh,
Well,
hey.
Hello, other kidnapper.
What?
Nothing, nothing.
What'd you say? I heard. Wait, hang on. Who's kidnapping who?
Spets.
I'm... let's just respective mutual kidnap. How long do we have? What's the timer at?
You have 15 seconds.
Oh, okay. So that means that there's a 6-second delay on the stream. Okay. That's great for...
Drink while you still can.
I have taken a swallow of hydration. All right.
And everything is like loading in musically enough.
Okay.
Icon is gonna take a moment to like actually
Oh my
properly.
god. I'm hidden. I'm stealthily hidden. I'm on the ceiling drinking water. I need to put my head lower down. Give me a moment.
Oh my god. Yeah, pretty much.
It's very hard to drink upside down, as it turns out.
Yeah, I gotta I've gotta have a really strong core and do like crunches every time.
A
Or
really
sit-ups.
strong core and do crunches. Yeah, I suppose
yeah.
that's a good. There you are. There you are. Now you're in now.
Am I here?
Yeah, you are.
Oh heck yeah! Hello, everyone. I'm Kiki. I'm the bat. I'm here now. I was always here, just not in frame.
Always watching, always judging.
Not always. Sometimes I play video games. But my co-hosts and I are joined by a special spooky guest.
A
Isn't
special
that right?
spooky guest.
Spooky guest.
This is a bad time to grab chips, let me tell you.
Oh, you can't eat chips. You're a skeleton. Well, I guess you could. You could crunch them and then just kind of bask.
Yeah,
But
you know that one episode of like The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy where Grim's
Just
head
gathering chip dust.
Grim's like head was like off his body and somehow his body ate like an entire turkey. But they,
I don't.
I
didn't
don't
show the screen of him doing it and everyone kind of just looked appalled.
I don't. This is a good start. This is a spooky beginning.
Ooh, spooky. Yeah, because that was a...
But yeah.
Honestly, I've blinked out a lot of that show, because that show gave me a lot of bad vibes as a kid.
Oh?
There was a lot of weird stuff in that series.
There was like
Yeah.
the one
Just kind
time...
of-
Oh, go on.
What?
I usually just kind of I recognized shows that had what's the word I'm looking for? It felt mean-spirited, and that sent me running.
Yeah, it did lean hard into being mean sometimes, and that did kind of perturb me.
I did not speak English when I saw that show, and yet it held up. Yeah. It had some real weird episodes. Like, I imagine even not speaking English, it definitely like showcases some of the weirdness.
The Chocolate Sailor?
Yes, and Billy turned into a fucking chocolate sailor and started eating himself.
I don't remember this. I'm glad I
It
don't
was like a
remember that.
bad end episode or something.
There were so many bad end episodes.
Brains. I don't mind.
Oh no, the song's in my head now.
I'll eat the
I'm
brains
keeping the
until
song
they're
out of my head.
mummified.
No, shush. Let me keep
Because
my
they
head
won't
clear
think
of that
twice
thought.
if they don't have
I
a
will
brain.
literally bite you. I will literally bite you. Don't you do
You're
this
not
to
a
me?
vampire, Matt. You're a fruit.
I have a fang. Fruit bats don't have fangs. See?
I mean, yeah, you do have a fang, but you know, that could have just been like shaved down. Like,
Shaved down from what? Like a block of marble? Like did I have like a foot-long fruit-eating tooth before?
yeah.
You just have a single narwhal tooth.
What?
Yeah,
What kind
it's-
of teeth do fruit bats have?
I don't know. I'm not a fruit bat. Nah.
Do I have to dig out the picture of the video of the fruit bat eating a banana and being happy?
Are you talking about the one that's unintentionally very suggestive?
I mean, you kind of can't not do that.
Wow.
But yeah.
All right.
So we've got ourselves here. We've got our Prillis, we've got a Silas, and we've got a Kiki. So do we want to? So how do we want to begin?
So, okay, well, tonight's scheduling is pretty much going to focus on reading some terrible, cringy creepypastas. following then into, well, some news reeling of pretty much we're gonna see what Activision Blizzard's been up to, because there's been some interesting thing with BlizzCon.
Oh no,
And
am I gonna be forcibly educated on what they've been doing?
BlizzCon wise, yes.
Oh no. Okay.
And so we'll see how BlizzCon is going to be preparing this time around, especially in light of all the allegations that have happened. Also, hey, Regulus, good to see you.
Welcome, Reg. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by.
Starting off strong, apparently.
Yeah.
And
okay.
After that, we'll probably go into Phasmophobia or Borrow Trauma or something spooky to really set the.
We'll play something spooky, and if we can't figure anything out, we might go back to taking over the. We might go back to me trying to survive the world being taken over.
Wow.
If you recall. But yeah, so shall we segue ourselves into the spookiest of. Sorry, the creepiest of pastas. I don't know how to talk. Hello, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. I'm gonna go hide on the ceiling for a little bit.
Wow. Yes, I think that's a good start, though. And with that, we should take it to our Creepypasta segment. I don't have music for this, by the way. It's just our cringy Creepypasta segment. And
these are the crunchiest of pastas.
It's like using ramen noodles is like your pasta base.
Except you don't cook it.
Yeah, you don't cook it either. You have what's known as ghetto popcorn with it. You just crunch it up in the bag and then sprinkle it on.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah. When you just crunch it up.
Popcorn not already ghetto?
No. Like ghetto popcorn is when you take ramen noodles, crunch it in the bag, open the bag like on one end, and like have it as like a nice little like popcorn bag, and then you just sprinkle the seasoning on it and just eat it like raw.
I've done that sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. That's what's known as ghetto popcorn. So much.
Wait, what explains so much? No, you can't just drop that. What explains so much? But while they're thinking about that, why don't we segue, as they say, into the readings?
Yeah. So, what story do you guys want to start with?
I feel like the one we have up our sleeve should be saved for last.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So we've got two. We'll pour hot water over ramen. Interesting. That's terrifying. Not gonna lie. I had when I was in high school, I had a health teacher who constantly, like, out of each class, maybe 80% was spent talking about stuff he did in college. He talked a lot about his diet there, where he'd eat like 5 burgers and then go work out. It was a very strange course. I didn't learn very much.
Wow. Yeah, that is
his name was Kevin. Course. His name was Kevin Pyle. I remember this very clearly because that was one hell of a name.
Kevin Pyle.
I feel like we shouldn't go name dropping people.
Oh, that's actually a really good point. I should not name drop people.
Wow. I'll have to censor that out for the
sorry,
for the
Mr.
YouTube.
Sorry, sir.
I like to save Private Pyle.
Yeah, I'm gonna murder you. Okay, let's move on.
Well, you run this show, so it's either you or.
I will start with the thing that I've been asked to read. I gave it a quick once over, and this title is simply MILF.
Yeah, could you say that again?
MILF. Like milk, but with an F.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're already to a great start then.
I don't know why I thought it was something else.
Yeah, no. This is the one that I was asked to read by our resident little sucky butt. So
wow.
This is where we're starting. If I have to read this, I'm not taking credit for it. Okay, so let's begin. Another night alone, sitting in front of the computer with a mouse in one hand and a bottle of vodka on the rocks in the other, trying to kill time before complete exhaustion overtakes me, hopefully before the sunrise. I aimlessly click back and forth, page after page of news prattle, stupid people doing stupid things and stupid videos, social media sites to catch up with friends and family, playing free unskilled games in hopes of draining your wallet that I had no intention of ever purchasing, and the occasional bit of fantasy self-fulfillment porn. There, that's the word. Audio's fine, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
The most amusing thing that I find from all of this cyber wandering is the constant bombardment of cheesy ads, supposedly directed at me personally with my hometown shoehorned in the text that's been gathered from my IP address. A half attempt to impress me into thinking, oh golly, this must be legit. Let me just click on this and download what couldn't possibly be a Trojan virus. Idiots. I'm not new to the way of
wonderful start.
We sure do know what
I'm not new to the
author. We don't know anything about sketchy ads.
Exactly. I'm a goddamn pro at wasting as much of my adult time as possible with that little 2-button friend. You see, this guy should have been sponsored by NordVPN. That's the real thing here.
Oh.
He's savvy, but he's not savvy enough to get a good sponsorship. And, it costs
And
what, like
this
$5?
stream is sponsored by... No, we're not doing that.
No, it's sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. That's the twist.
No.
Later on,
don't
into
give
the
them
night.
a pudding.
Later on, into the night and into my 5th beverage, I noticed that one of those banner ads blinking with neon red letters at the top of a news slide. I only noticed it because it had my name flashing as the first word. James, it said, well, that's wrong. MILFs in your area want to meet you. One MILF is just 10 miles away. I laughed, heartily to myself, really spitting out some of my precious vodka. Come on, dude, you're probably drinking like Rasputin plastic jug stuff. Who still uses that term these days? MILF? Just another example of how the advertisement industry is way out of touch with the world. I swallow my almost airborne mouthful and furrow my brow a bit. How did they know my name? I didn't think you'd get a name from an IP address, just a location. Damn, these programming nerds are getting really good at their jobs these days. I clicked refresh for the latest news articles on the site. When the page fully loaded, I was knocked back in my chair, mouse flung from my hand, and a single ice cube fell onto the floor and slid behind me. I was exalted by an extremely loud, shrill dinging sound from the computer speakers, as if a deranged slot machine was trying to murder me with my winnings. I gathered myself and reached to turn the speakers off. I don't ever remember turning them up that loud. I hardly even needed the speakers when I browsed the web. I scanned the page for what could have made that audio attack. James! MILFs in your area want to meet you. One MILF is just 9 miles away. That was the only ad on the page and the only possible source of annoyance. I thought it was weird that the same ad was showing since sites like these usually keep a plethora of them on cycle. I guess the MILF people paid extra to be more prominent than MILF people. I shrugged it off and continued reading. Also, I found an article on cyber attacks and hacking that have been happening recently. I thought that was amusing since I felt semi-invaded myself from the Shrieking MILF banner. News seemed to be slowing down for the night, so I clicked on the title to read more. Half out of interest, half out of boredom. The first thing to load was my friends at MILF Inc. James, MILFs in your area want to meet you. One MILF is just 7 miles away.
What is this story?
It's called MILF.
No, just what is this story?
It's the embodiment of the I am 300 meters from your location and rapidly approaching.
It's literally that, but funnier, apparently. I was getting tired of MILF vision. So tired, in fact, that I was thinking about striking that category for my more adult-related browsing. Wait, didn't he just dunk on people that use that term? Like, a paragraph ago? So tired.
Experience. Yes, it is.
Wait, 7 miles? Didn't that say 10 the last time, or was it 9? I know it wasn't 7. So what, am I now in a MILF countdown? MILF Live GPS upgrades? Got MILF? You're about to. Damn, these nerds are good. I'm getting missed messaging from this guy. The article didn't load. The only thing on the page was the banner. It wasn't the first time this has happened. It's not like I have the more advanced ISP or connection. There's bound to be some hiccups. I moved the arrow to the refresh icon once and oh god. Don't call yourself computer savvy and not hit Control R, you degenerate. No article. Same ad. Updated distance. James, MILFs in your area want to meet you. One MILF is just 5 miles away. That is one fit MILF to be able to run 2 miles in 5 seconds, or a MILF in a car. Able to run 2 miles in 5 seconds. I'm always tempted to meet this Olympian MILF. 50-year-old woman with way too much plastic surgery, caked on makeup, huge muscular legs shooting out of a short leopard print. I'm uncomfortable now.
We are rapidly approaching actual smut fic territory.
Wow, yeah, we kind of
like
are.
that MILF.
I chuckled and mused at my own jokes. This article must be either down, not updated, or something technical that my limited education is not privy to. I click on my saved bookmark to go back to the main page of the news site. James, MILFs in your area want to meet you. One MILF is just 4 miles away. That was the only thing on the page. I wondered if the news site was another victim of the recent hacking hijinks and was taken down. Oh well, I was pretty much done with that website anyway. I clicked on the bookmark to go to my personal email. James, MILFs in your area want to meet you.
Oh my gosh.
One MILF is just 3 miles away. This isn't funny anymore. No email, just MILF. The bitch is getting closer. I was starting to get a bit freaked out. 2 separate sites taken down and replaced with the MILF had? I closed the browser window and opened it again in hopes of washing away the MILF. James, MILFs in your area want to meet you. One MILF is just 2 miles away. It seems that you just can't wash MILF out. I know I didn't download anything, so this couldn't possibly be a virus. Was I being hacked somehow? For what purpose? With all honesty, I'm not that interesting of a person to go through all this trouble for. I have no money in my bank account, so good luck with that, pirate assholes. Want to steal my identity? Have at it. I barely want it myself. I furrowed my brow and clicked refresh. Readers aside, the tenses clashing is so jarring. I want to go through this with the red highlighter. James.
Yeah, it's crazy.
MILFs in your area want to meet you. One MILF is just 1 miles away.
Oh no.
Didn't even bother updating miles to its singular form. I noticed that, writer, thank you. With a shaky hand, I reached for my glass and chugged down that last of the watered-down vodka. Gross. Vodka-flavored bottled water is not something that would sell well. I clicked the refresh button and wondered what the next update would say. My heart sank into my asshole, and I felt like I was about to vomit up the entire contents of my stomach. James, a MILF is right outside your door. No, that couldn't be. That couldn't be possible. Even if they know where I live, they couldn't possibly travel that fast. My mind started to wander to dark places. What does MILF even stand for? Murdering insane lunatic fucker? Mutant inbred lashing freak? Malicious insidious laughing phantom? No wait, that's a P. Oh my god, why even quibble with myself over inane details? There's someone at my door. At least that's what I'm told by an ad on the internet. The more I think about it, the more ridiculous it seems. It just cannot be true. It can't. Even if there was someone at my door, there's 3 locks on it that would keep them out. There's no way they could get in. I was safe. I click refresh. A sound grabbed my attention before I could look at my screen as it loaded. The half-melted ice cube that was behind me slid across the flood and hit my foot. I stared at it for what seemed like hours. I didn't want to look at the screen for fear of it confirming my suspicions. If I don't look, it's not true. I'll just stay like this, in this position, for the remainder of the night. I'll wait it out. I'll wait for the sunrise to burn away all the horrible things that come out at night. That's how it works, right? I couldn't even fool myself. There's no way I could sit here with my heart beating as hard as it was. I'd die of some kind of heart failure or aneurysm. I knew that I would have to buck up and see this through. I slowly raised my head to face the computer screen. I swallowed hard, as my suspicions were accurate. James, a MILF is right behind you.
Oh boy.
Terror gripped me like a pit bull with a raw steak, thrashing my insides around. Tiny beads of sweat formed on my brow. A singular tear slowly leaked down my cheek. My bottom lip was quivering as if it was 20 below in the room. I froze in my chair, unable to breathe, unable to blink, unable to move. When everything was absolutely still, I heard it. Breathing. Not my own, but right behind me. Yeah, I bet it... Jesus Christ, not my own, but right behind. I dared not look around. I knew that if I looked at it, I'd die, either by its hands or my own fright. All moisture had left my mouth. I tried to swallow, but could only muster up the motions with a dry, sharp sensation, like drinking sand. I had no idea what to do. Jump out of my chair in hopes of running away? No, it came here miles away in 3 minutes. Mere minutes. There was no escaping it. Fight back? With what? I scanned the desk, but couldn't find anything worthy of a weapon strong enough to fight off what I imagined to be 8 feet of pure horror. What'll happen if I click the ad? Could that have been the answer this whole time? You had the power to go home all along, Dorothy. I gathered up every bit of strength I could, slowly moved my mouse in the hopes of not disturbing the MILF, and hovered off the cursor over the ad. I clicked. Nothing. I clicked 3 times. Still nothing. The ad was just a static picture, not a link at all. I moved my mouse over the refresh icon. A ferocious battle between my curiosity and my sheer primal terror began. I could still hear its breathing. Should I refresh? What would happen? Would this be the very last thing I ever do? It's already behind me. Is it waiting for the final click as confirmation to attack? I licked my dehydrated lips and closed my eyes. Curiosity had won. I clicked refresh. And that's the man from MILF, everyone. Thank you.
That's it?
That's it. That's how it ends.
What?
Yeah.
My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined.
I know, right? What an ending, right?
Oh my god. That's a horrible ending.
Yeah.
It's okay, we have a good ending coming up here, Sam.
Yeah, we got it. We have a good ending. We have an A tier ending and an S tier ending coming up. Let's do it.
Hold on. Let's review this story real quick. Let's get some like.
Yeah. Okay, let's not sweep this under the rug.
Let's ground ourselves. All right, so the story was just titled MILF, and it's about a guy named James who honestly seems really boring. Like legitimately.
Watered down vodka.
I sit at my computer drinking vodka on the rocks and clicking my way through news sites in my email. That feels like a lie on the narrator's part, doesn't it?
It does. It really does.
I am totally clicking through my emails and also reading news articles that I'm very vague about. I'm not actually. Hey, what do you mean telling those stories is fun? Hush. Oh no.
Man, we lost Brillis. I'll be back in a moment.
Oh no.
There.
Back.
Okay, thank God. I thought that you've been driven away by the idea of this story.
No. Here,
God, that was so bad. I think that was actually the worst kind of bad, by which I mean boring.
It's like, yeah. It's not. How to put this? How to say it's bad without just kind of being a dick about it.
Okay, so I will provide constructive criticism to the person who wrote this. Point 1, the tenses need to be fixed. This needs an edit pass and badly. Number 2, doing asides while your character's supposed to be panicked tends to slow things down and kind of stifle the mood a little bit. It takes me out of the tension, takes me out of the moment when you like when you say stuff like, what does MILF even stand for anyway? Like it could be done okay, but in this particular instance it felt like it was trying too hard to be cute.
Yeah, it did.
None of you could see it, but the line break system was bad. Like, you know how I paused for tension for like a dramatic effect a lot during that?
That was you catching up on the line break?
That was me doing that mid-paragraph. There were like 6 paragraphs over this whole story.
It felt longer, so much longer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There were 12 paragraphs, but they were all just big chunks of text, and there were a lot of like things could have been snappier. Like paragraph conclusions could have been cleaner, and there were things where it was like I felt the breathing, not mine, but it's like obviously you feel your own breathing in your neck. Like, come on, my guy. But yeah,
it's like
badly needs an edit pass, but it could be bad. It's not unsalvageable, is what I will say.
Okay. So on a 1 out of 10 of how cringe, what would you give it?
I would give it. All right, so hang on.
Like it's cringy. Like cringe or 10 means your face is like shriveling up like a lemon.
10 means I've literally just swallowed my teeth.
That was actually pretty good.
Okay, I'd have to give it like a 6 because I'm kind of embarrassed for the person, but not really cringing.
Oh, feeling secondhand embarrassment.
It's kind of, yeah, it's just kind of like, it's like.
Imagine putting something out on the internet and being known.
Yeah. It's like, it's like, I mean, like, here's the thing. When I was younger, I posted a bunch of intentionally very bad fiction that, like, to the internet that I could theoretically dig up at some point if we wanted everyone to suffer.
Oh, jeez.
One was a Maroon's Day, was an Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion X Disney, I think it was Cinderella, fanfic crossover that were after, you know, I'd never played Oblivion and I'd never actually seen the film. It's not great, but it's an experience.
That sounds like an experience.
Yes, I think, Trillis, it's your turn. You've got something.
I'm glad
for
I
us.
chose a short one.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything else to say except I'm just fucking mad that we don't know what the heck it is.
Just like, do you want to be madder? Do you want to be angrier?
Yes.
In the comments, people address that people have mentioned that they're angry that the story ends how it does, and the responses from the author are basically smug, like, his story's over. That's how his tale ends, like, very smug. It's like never.
Majestic.
But yes, Trillis, your go.
Okay. This one's a classic. Doom, Repercussions of Evil.
Okay.
You've probably heard this before floating around somewhere.
I personally have not, and I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Okay, let me straighten my back a sec. Okay. John Stalvern waited. The lights above him blinked and sparked out of the air. There were demons in the base. He didn't see them, but had expected them now. For years, his warnings to Colonel Josen were not listened to. And now it was too late. Far too late for now, anyway. John was a space marine for 14 years, and when he was young, he watched the spaceships, and he said to Dad, "I want to be on the ships, Daddy." Dad said, "No, you will be killed by demons." There was a time when he believed him, and as he got older, he stopped. Sorry, that's oldered. But now in the space station base of the UAC, he knew there were demons. This is Josen. I guess that actually is his name, okay. Radio crackered. You must fight the demons. So John got in his Phasma rifle and blew up the wall. He's going to kill us, said the demons.
My God.
I will shoot at him, said the cyber demon, and he fired the rocket missiles. John made him and tried to blow him up. But then the ceiling fell and they were trapped and not able to kill. No, I must kill the demons, he shouted. The radio said, "No, John, you are the demons." And then John was a zombie.
Art.
Wait, does it just end
Art.
there?
Yep. His story has ended. That's the end of his tale.
I hate this.
The story has ended. That's the end of his tale.
Stories that just like suddenly end.
Because he's a zombie.
Yeah. So
He's a zombie, but that doesn't like. Oh my God.
Well, you see, actually, if you understand the source material, it makes a lot of sense. Zombies, within the context of Doom, actually use hit-scan weapons, funnily enough. They wouldn't be armed with plasma rifles, which is a bit strange, but I suppose that makes sense for this being one that's sort of out of the ordinary.
Zombies in Doom 64.
Zombies, I'm talking about Doom and Doom 2. Zombies actually are classified as a different type of enemy from demons. So if a demon happens to hit a zombie with a projectile, the zombie will actually turn on the demon and start like infighting. It's actually a strategy in certain types of speedrunning.
I didn't realize they counted as like a separate thing.
Yep, infighting can happen between mortals, or like the undead and the demons, or any two types of enemies. But it's typically imps and
Okay.
That's most commonly used.
Okay.
But yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, now we know who was found.
Yeah.
I would like to point out
Yeah.
the radio crackered.
The radio crackering is his story is ended.
Yeah, the radio cracker just.
Yes.
I
think what actually got me, because I knew radio crackering was coming. What got me was Plasmade.
Plasmade.
Yeah. Plasma. All right, are we ready for the final one?
Hold on. Out of a, we have to give that the rating as well.
Oh yeah, what would you rate it, Phil, as the reader? I know what I would rate it, but let's all take turns.
I am super sensitive to this, so the fact that I didn't Twitch is a 3, but I also have insider knowledge on the topic.
Yeah, I think for me, this was just an enjoyable experience. I'd also give it like a 3 or 4, or 2 to 4, somewhere around there.
Yeah. The fact that it's like deliberate cringe definitely lowers the score a bit of being actual cringe.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like some My Immortal level shit. So it's like,
the fact that they're in on it is yeah.
So I definitely have to put about a 3 or 4 as well there.
All right. Are you ready for the final one?
Yeah, you've been eager to get to
the
that.
final one, but here we are.
Okay.
Okay. Ben, are you ready?
Yes.
Man and girl go out to drive under moonlight. They stop outside of the road. He turned to his girl and said,
Hang on. You need to take this slower now. You need to take it slower.
Yeah, sorry, I'll start over. Man and girl go out to drive under moonlight. They stop outside of the road. He turned to his girl and say, "Baby, I love you very much."
Okay.
What is it, honey? Our car is broken down. I think the engine is broken. I'll walk and get some more fuel. Okay. I'll stay here and look after our stereo. There have been news report of stairs being stolen.
Wait, hang on. Of stairs being stolen? So not stereos, just
STERS.
Stairs being stolen. Wow.
Good idea. Keep the doors locked no matter what. I love you, Sweaty. I love you, Sweaty.
Sweaty.
So the guy left to get full for the car. After 2 hours, the girls say, "Where is my baby? He was supposed to be back by now." Then the girl hear a scratching sound and voice say, "Let me in." The girl doesn't do it, and then after a while, she goes to sleep. The next morning, she wakes up.
Hang on.
Yeah.
But she's not freaked out of the voice saying, like,
no,
"Let me in." She just goes to sleep.
Let's continue. The girl doesn't do it, and then after a while, she goes to sleep. The next morning, she wakes up and finds her boyfriend still not there. She gets out to check, and man door, hand hook car door.
Hang on. Say that again.
You heard it right, I guarantee you.
She gets out to check, and man door, hand hook car.
I hate this.
Sorry, one more time. She gets out to check, and man door, hand hook car door.
There it is. The name you've been waiting for.
This.
Hang on, let me try again. Are you ready?
Say it slowly, like with each part of it.
Right. She gets out to check.
Okay, got that.
And man door.
What is a man door?
No. Man door, hand hook, car door.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Does it just end there?
Yeah, man door, hand hook, car door.
Why? Why do we keep getting these articles that are just like ending suddenly? Like not articles, but they're just suddenly ending with nothing like.
This is a classic, by the way.
This is classic S tier ambiguity.
Yeah.
You know there's a hook in the car door and nothing fucking else.
The interpretation that I will choose is on the man's door, namely the Sweaty's door, her Sweaty. There is a hand hook, like a hook that you would have in place of a hand on the car door.
Pirate was there. Yeah. Okay.
Man door, hand hook, car door. It's pretty simple.
Slinging slasher.
No, that's a spatula. Man door, hand hook, car door.
Okay.
Now you know.
Well, that gets about a 7 out of 10 there. If it's not deliberate, then we'll up it to like an 8. But if it is, then it goes down to a 5.
This was something that was posted on 4chan like 10 years ago, and so it's impossible to tell if it was ambiguous or not.
I bet you this is just like the classic English is not their first language.
Yeah.
This seems genuine in a way you just don't get.
It feels genuine. And
Miss Carver's second grade elementary English.
Crumpton, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Yeah. What do we do? Our audience is funnier than us.
Oh. Not even wrong.
Yeah. So, clap. Do we move on to the news, or do we move on to spooking?
Well, we have like our special little news segment here.
I'm so scared.
So this is kind of weird the way I pulled up this article. Like, so I have two articles here. Okay. This is like,
yeah.
Oh, sorry, go on.
No, say your thing. Do your thing.
So this is about, like, Blizzard. You know how BlizzCon always happens? Well, it almost happens every year. Like, I don't think they had it last year because of COVID.
I don't have a phone, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, you. So I don't think they had it last year because of COVID, but BlizzCon's always kind of like this thing that goes around and stuff like that. Happens pretty much yearly. But I was looking on like a little more like Blizzard stuff because I'm kind of curious to see how they're gonna handle BlizzCon right after all these allegations that just happened, right? For people who don't know, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows at this point, Blizzard's allegations of the sexual lawsuits involving them
Blizzard's
harassing
horrible
and mistreating women in the workplace, and then they got sued by the state of California, and then that lawsuit got settled. So
imagine getting sued by the fucking state rather than like the victims.
Yeah,
imagine how fucked and how bad it had to be for that to be the approach.
Yeah, I can't believe they settled though, like legitimately.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me Blizzard lawsuit settlement. Let's see. Strikes an $18 million deal over its workplace harassment lawsuit. Popular game maker Activision Blizzard reached an $18 million settlement with the U.S. government over allegations of sexual harassment and discrimination against female employees at the company. Yeah, so they settled for $18 million.
That's not all that much compared to Blizzard's worth.
Yeah. I suppose
that's kind of pennies.
True, but they have probably had to go in and make a lot of changes and a lot of adjustments to like accommodate the I
don't know.
About like for the harassment charges and stuff. So it's probably not as like it sounds pretty forward, but like currently their game has like they have de-skimpified all the armor. 18 mil if they don't earn a further lawsuit, then both past and future claims are still on. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
There's also the case where they are like desexifying aspects of World of Warcraft, like it's just weird. It's like, what if we changed the name of this guy who was named after something horrible? What if we removed the boobies from World of Warcraft? It's like, no, that's not what people are upset about. Yeah. So like a lot of the skimpy armor is like no longer skimpy, which I think honestly would have been fine if they made the skimpy armor on males as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Let everyone be horny. It's like no, like legitimately. That's why
I'm having visceral flashbacks to my very brief time playing Terra.
Yeah.
Kiki 2021. Let everyone be horny.
Yeah. Don't just like if you sexualize everyone or no one. There's no in between. Like, if you're just gonna allow players to stare at girl butts, then it's weird. If you let us stare at girl and boy butts, then it's fine, right?
I think that was fruit bowls. Give us a twink armor.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not confident enough to let like men be sexualized, you don't have any place sexualizing women.
Yeah, and it's
easy
just
as that.
Yeah, but instead of like doing that, they're just gonna like de-skimpify the armor, and there's like paintings that had like suggested like these are like 2004 paintings of like a human. Yeah.
I had no idea what you meant, and I thought you meant like some variety of banana hammock.
My assumption was
the paintings got replaced with pictures of fruit balls.
Oh my god, really?
So like the women that were like in a suggestive like kind of sexy pose sitting on a bed are just replaced with like different paintings now to like what they used to be. And so they're going
To
through.
sanitize their image.
Why are they making their employees do all this stuff when that's not what any of this is about? Oh, it's because they don't want to actually change anything.
It's easier to sanitize your image than actually fucking sanitize yourself.
Oh no, clearly it's easier to. It's okay. I'm not going to actually mention that because it makes my blood boil.
Some of the flirts have also been removed from the game, as well as the jokes.
That bothers me a little bit less for some reason.
It kind of makes sense. Like some of them were kind of like.
I remember
they
some
didn't
being
quite-
kind of.
They didn't quite fit at the time frame, like with just some of the stuff.
Yeah,
We're just
exactly.
women in our game.
Yeah, exactly. The beatings will continue until morale improves. Is how it works, right?
Okay, yeah, pretty much. And then it's just like a lot of the flirt lines have also been replaced over and stuff like that. Like, just not even replaced, just removed, straight up removed. So.
Well, yeah, I imagine that it'd be kind of annoying to get the voice actors back, I suppose.
Imagine just dredging up the Taran male voice actor from fucking
From his retirement
2004.
From his retirement out on a farm.
I'm just imagining the classic.
Yeah, Tiny, that's exactly what I was expecting, crunching to make changes, because that's what happens. Like how the company who did the VFX for the Sonic film went under because they weren't paid for the changes made before the movie came out. After the horrible Manhog thing, they weren't paid for that. Did you know that?
Fucking Manhog. Oh god. I know we're talking about serious shit, but my brain just disintegrated.
At the idea of the Sonic the Hedgehog Manhog?
I want to peer into the reality where that stayed, where we got a whole movie of that.
Also, and they punched to make those changes allegedly.
Yeah, because
that's the default setting out there.
Yeah, because Paizo's union needs to spread to other parts of the gaming industry. That's my very lukewarm take.
It's okay. We're dealing with gamers. It's a hot take.
All right. Sorry. Let me adjust for my gamer take. Why are people upset that the Kazu room was a thing? That's my gamer take. I'm not angry. Why? Why do you ask?
Molten fury.
Let's continue. What next shall we discuss?
Okay. So hang on, because I remember I'm going into this. Like, this is just the.
Yeah, I meant like there was. I had finished my thought, and it was time for you to take over.
Yeah. So I have two things on this. So like this all happens like this is a day old here, but BlizzCon on pause as Blizzard aims for a more welcome and inclusive event. And let us keep in mind, this is the same company that during the Free Hong Kong fiasco decided to try to cover all that up by coming out on stage by wearing an LGBTQ like pin or brooch to show that they're inclusive to everyone, despite that there was this bigger problem going on at the time for banning someone who is like.
Yeah, because it's like as has been said, it's easier to like put up a sign that covers up the giant crack than it is to fix the crack, right?
Yes.
Also, rainbow capitalism.
Rainbow capitalism. Yeah, that's when. Oh, hey, Danny, thank you for showing up. But yeah, rainbow capitalism, where it's like during Pride Month, it's like everything's a rainbow, and then the day after, it's like go back to murdering them. It's cool.
I still prefer that to not.
I don't know. I don't know. It
also,
feels...
hey, good to see you.
Yeah, welcome. But yeah,
as you were saying.
I mean, it's clearly deeply cynically motivated. It's just, if we pretend they're people for a month, they'll buy our things. And the only ways they market to us is through just adding rainbows. Like,
but it also spooks. But it also upsets the people who have a problem with their mere existence.
That is a really good point. Yeah,
it's a useful step forward, even if it's not rooted in goodness.
But hear me out though. What if they put flannel on their mascots?
Imagine I wore flannel. It's comfy and it's cool.
Flannel is comfy, and also everyone who's gay wears flannel. I don't make the rules.
It's just kind of funny how, like, let's see.
Wait, really?
during Pride Month, Skittles sold white Skittles, so their brand is associated. Wow, I had no idea.
Oh, yeah, let me look this up.
Yeah, like flip an article on that and read that. I'm curious about that now.
Time.com is a reliable source right now.
White Skittles for Pride Month spark criticism.
Yeah. A bag of candy has become the unlikely focus of an internet debate. Skittles, the official Taste the Rainbow candies, ditched its signature rainbow of candy colors in favor of an all-white appearance for one reason: to honor June Pride Month for the second year in a row. The Skittles are white this month because, as the message on the back of the limited edition new bag puts it, during Pride, only one rainbow matters. So we've given up ours to show support. That's cool as hell, actually.
It still was an interesting sort of take on that, though. Yeah,
it's interesting. But since March, for some, the white bag and white-only coating of the shelled fruity treats was considered a misstep that raised the issue of exclusion. They felt that critics felt the issue was inadvertently tone deaf, and some people think it's bad, some people think it's good because you're not gonna be able to please everyone, apparently. But on the other hand, that's kind of an interesting move to make.
Yeah, that's a real interesting move. So they kind of did the opposite in that regard of, rather than having the whole rainbow thing, because they're already rainbowy, they just went ahead and sold white Skittles instead. That's interesting. That's actually really interesting.
Because only one rainbow matters, and it's mine. No one else gets one.
I believe it's God's rainbow.
God can fuck off.
Wow.
It's my rainbow.
And I thought I was the demon here.
I don't give a shit about some flood. Rainbow's mine.
Man, just taking my limelight here, huh?
Listen, if you're not going to be aggressively anti-God, it's my job to do it.
Attack and dethrone God. Make a fucking Japanese RPG. Fight God.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to be the protagonist of every JRPG ever, and I'm going to literally eat God.
Oh.
I would like to reserve the second spot in the party.
Oh, are you going to be my second? Oh, okay. Wait, hang on. Are you going to be the one that betrays me at the end, or are you going to be the useful mentor? Or are you going to be the childhood friend who
gets killed?
There's some weird partly. Wait. No. The other option is childhood friend who's there's some weird sexual attention that never gets acted on.
Can we make Prillis the love interest?
Hey, Prillis, want to be my love interest?
Sure. You know what? Sure. We already went down this road in fucking Wildermyth.
Oh my god. Oh my god, did we?
Yeah, remember the love triangle?
Yeah, we fucking tried.
Oh god, the love triangle.
Yeah, the fucking love triangle that was trying to merge into a fucking... I don't even know what it was trying to merge into with that plot line.
God, that would be an interesting game to play at some point, but not today. Today's the day of spooky days.
The mercenary one that gets a terrible spin-off.
You are our Vincent Valentine with a giant gun and a weird hand.
Very edgy as well. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Bright red trench coat. Wait, hang on.
You're going to have a lot of fan fiction made of you.
No. Is Vincent Valentine just knockoff Alucard from Hellsing Ultimate?
Yeah, pretty much.
He goes for moonlit walks, and I don't actually know anything about the real show. I just have only watched Abridged. Okay.
I'm sorry.
The shoehorned gay character they add so they can have all their inclusive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You actually get a romance arc with one of us, but it's actually you are just cut as a character in overseas releases.
Oh my god.
Let's also not forget that Danny here also has to be the one that is either evil in the end or gets killed.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, the in the EA approved version of the game, all of the gay stuff's cut, but Danny's still queer coded. And also betrays the party really loudly and says it's because they hate God and want to overthrow all of the world.
I'm very sorry to tell you all, but I am my own self-diagnosed funny guy in every group I'm in, because that's how I get my self-worth, so I'm dying first.
No!
I'm dying right before the final fight to illustrate how serious things are.
What if... Wait, hear me out. No. You die at the end of the first act, and your death colors the rest of the media. We have flashbacks to you. You are our Kamina.
I get anti-fridged.
Don't forget, though, at the very end, where you have to call upon the power of all your friends, and the spirit of Prillis then shows up to also help.
Oh yeah. No, Prillis' face is in a cloud at some point.
Yeah. That happens too.
Yeah. Prillis and the adorable lizard,
to be evil.
Yeah, exactly.
I show up again as a lich, clearly, as I am now.
But yeah, this is your Halloween form. Wait.
A good chunk of the second act is finding my phylactery, so you can get all the good items you put on me.
Yeah, exactly. Who's gonna be me? Obviously me. I'm obviously the fan service here.
See, the trick is to be all fan service.
Yeah. Wait, I've got plenty of character depth. I'm Fluffy. That's my character arc.
I don't know. We're all looking pretty 2D over here.
How dare you?
Yeah,
I have shading. I have shading.
Sweats in perfectly fucking white fucking skull face.
Exactly. I've got shading, and I'm upside down. That means that's 2 dimensions, right?
Yes, and you're also a fruit bat who likes
How
to
dare
say
you.
that they're a vampire bat.
I am. Would a fruit bat have this fang?
Yes.
Why?
Single tooth.
Listen, I would have 2 fangs, but a dentist destroyed it. Or orthodontist, I guess.
It sells more body pillows. Oh, I hate it.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah. Everyone wants their cuddle demon.
Okay, we've completely went off topic now, and I don't like the direction this is
I love the direction this is headed. Let's stay here for the rest of the stream.
Let's circle back a little bit.
Okay.
Weird hand.
Weird hand?
Yeah, just listened to someone with a weird hand, and now I'm very confused about.
Wait, what?
Tell me about the weird hand that what's his face has. Vincent Valentine, I guess.
Oh, he's just got a gigantic metal claw, I think.
Okay, neat.
For like a right hand, and then the right one is just carrying a massive Hellboy gun, I think. I base all of my knowledge of Final Fantasy VII on the one Vincent Valentine spin-off I played for 20 minutes at a friend's house when I was 10.
Fucking Final Fantasy.
This is Vincent Valentine is a character in Final Fantasy VII, and he gets a spin-off.
You're talking about
That's really
Cerberus,
bad.
yes.
Cerberus?
Cerberus?
There you, Jesus.
Cerberus. What did I say? What did I say?
Oh, yeah, you know, the evil...
Cerberus.
You know, the dog... the dog that guards the afterlife. Cerberus.
I meant Cerberus.
I know what you meant, but words have meanings.
Oh,
When you learn that your actions have consequences.
that's just the spin-off of the series we're having here.
Cerberus is actually some random bard that sings a lot of dirges. Wait, buy one, get one free. So double cuddles.
Let's talk about body pillows, yeah.
Oh, I thought we were talking about dirges of Cerberus. Buy one dirge, get one free.
You're talking about the spin-off game Dirge of Cerberus.
There you go. You had to think about it, but you got it this time.
Because I wasn't gonna accidentally say it again if I wasn't careful.
So you're not talking about dirge of Cerberus, right?
I hate this. I'm not gonna let this down.
What would a Cerberus be, though? I want to make this canon in
Cerberus.
something.
Okay, so what is a bris? It sounds like brisk, which is a type of meal, and it's C at the start, so it's very clearly a meal for mermaids, right?
It's like hubris, but for the sea.
So mermaids. Or manatees.
Well, really, that's sirens.
What manatees?
Sirens are all about them hubris. The hubris to think that this bird lady will lay you.
Wait, hang on. Wasn't the original pitch for the sirens like they just promise to tell you the future and give you cool, important information?
I don't remember.
No, listen, Danny, I'm a bat. This is what we do. Have you never seen that bats hang upside down? See my ears? See my fluff? Would anyone who's not a bat have both of these things?
Call her a fruit bat. She loves it.
I will smack someone if I'm called a fruit bat. I don't know who yet.
It's true. Don't do it. That's how I lost all my skin.
I got called a fruit bat roughly 15 times, and Prillis was the only nearby person. I had to. Oh, you're gonna do things? Wait, hang on, you're already doing things. You really don't want to do... Are you doing the thing where you're like, I don't want to do things, ew, but you really want to do them?
Oh, are we cycling back around to the first stream where we mentioned this?
Yes, we're talking about tsunderes again.
Wow.
God.
We're, that story is not
too far
ended.
back. Circle forward again.
Ouroboros cycle.
Yeah, Ouroboros cycle. The snakes... Nope. Not gonna just put it that way. Nope. So I don't think I'm allowed to say that the snake sucking its own dick on stream.
What?
I don't think I'm allowed to say the thing I'm just saying on stream.
Yes.
The classic joke.
Yeah.
Classic
Well,
bait and
a
switch.
little late now anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah. Shall we continue with whatever we were talking about?
Yes, we were talking about this before. We were talking about the Blizzard, particularly the BlizzCon on pause BlizzCon on pause as Blizzard aims for a more welcoming and inclusive event, which, is particularly interesting coming from Blizzard because what we were talking about is a situation where they have this tendency to try to like put a band-aid on a wound and then think it's good, or do that whole corporate shilling of like trying to make them look inclusive into something else entirely when there's a bigger problem going on.
Can I give you my favorite Blizzard Bobby Kotick like anecdote about his childhood real quick?
Before we get into this conversation, go for it. Let's get this all out right now.
So apparently Bobby Kotick, when he was like 8 years old, sold his mother's ashtray for $40 to one of her guests and then kept the money, and he's proud of that fact.
Wow. Why?
Because he made money, and it's a good example of sociopathic capitalist work ethic, right?
Wow. Yeah, that's
I feel like that tracks.
That does kind of track.
But yes.
Anyways,
why
Blizzard has announced a pause on plans for an online BlizzCon event that was expected to take place in early 2022, saying that the effort required to mount the show, quote, is best directed towards supporting our teams, unquote. The first BlizzCon line, as Blizzard dubbed it, took place in February 2021 as a stand-in for the 2020 live event, which was canceled because of the COVID-19 pandemic. A live BlizzCon 2021 event was called off earlier this year for the same reason, at which time Blizzard announced that all the digital event would return in early 2022. But that plan has been derailed by a lawsuit filed against Activision Blizzard in July that claimed widespread discrimination and sexual harassment at the company. Those allegations led to the dismissal and executive, including former Blizzard president J. Allen Brack, Diablo 4 game director Louis Barriga, and lead level designer Jesse McCree and World of Warcraft designer Jonathan LaCraft. Blizzard has also been removing references to those former employees and others from its game. Yeah, that's something else that was going on, because they had like references to some of these like designers, and like there was also the one like Overwatch character that was like based on
McCree the cowboy, who's named after a sex pest. I'm sorry, that was a terrible joke.
Yeah, the one Overwatch character is now getting.
I don't know what his name is now.
Yeah, the one Overwatch character is getting like, I guess, completely renamed now.
This does make the metric ton of gay McCree fan art that I've heard about and seen way funnier, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Cole Cassidy, like Butch Cassidy, but Cole.
Cole Cassidy, interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, better than the McCree at least. So
yeah. Do not know what a shundere is, but yeah. Anyway, let's keep rolling.
Blizzard didn't refer to the misconduct allegations in the BlizzCon announcement, but the timing and the allusion to supporting developers instead of putting on a big celebratory show is impossible to overlook. Quote, any BlizzCon event takes every single one of us to make it happen. An entire company effort fueled by our desire to share what we create, the community we care about so much, Blizzard said. At this time, we feel the energy it would take to put on a show like this is best directed towards supporting our teams and progressing development of our games and experiences. Blizzard also suggested that sorry, let me get this part out.
Finish. Yeah.
Blizzard also suggested that if and when BlizzCon does occur, it will be very different from the events we're used to seeing. I have a little more here, but I want to pause.
I was starting to wonder, because obviously the people who make games are not going to be the people who work on events. So what they mean is money, and what was just said by Cyclops there backs
Blizzard
that up.
Has also laid off nearly everyone on the event staff except their event coordinators happen to work for the government of California in the city of Costa Mesa. Wow.
It looks like the big one. Yeah, that sounds right, because why would the money matter?
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, indeed. Welcome back, Shun. Or whatever. Anyway. You to Shundere. I don't know. Moving on. Interesting. Moving on.
As you were saying, Kiki?
I was wondering, just because obviously the people who wait games, the people who work at their headquarters are not going to be the people who work at events. Those are two very different skill sets. So obviously, the people that they would have employed there are different. And if they have laid everyone off and just ruined another company, it's about the money, right? It's not about wanting to focus their efforts. It's about wanting to not pay people to do an event. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. And we have a little more here, and it gets a little interesting as I want to see how you feel with the rest of this here.
Oh boy.
We'll start with a quote again. The first BlizzCon was held 16 years ago, and so much has changed in the time since. Most notably, the multiple ways in which players and communities can come together and feel like they are part of something Blizzard, or something bigger. Blizzard continued.
Oh my god, Scylla outed a secret Blizzard shell, more at 11.
Whatever the event looks like in the future, we also need to ensure that it feels as safe, welcoming, and inclusive as possible. We're committed to continual communication with our players, and we see BlizzCon as playing a big role in that going forward. The timing of this cancellation is also interesting for another reason. Today is the day that the Overwatch character formerly known as McCree takes over his new name of Cole Cassidy. Until November 5th, Blizzard is also offering Overwatch Battle Tag changes, which normally cost $10 for free. Despite the cancellation of this event, Blizzard promised that announcements and updates about its ongoing project will continue through the usual channels. Okay, so now we can debunk that a little more.
So, first off,
inclusive in the same sentence.
Blizzard's extremely inclusive. What are you talking about? One of their managers listened to rap once. Anyway, what are your thoughts, Blizzard Shell?
Don't forget the entire fucking time the new human models were there. They just didn't have anyone with a dark fucking skin tone. Up until they added them years later.
Oh my god, wait. I never actually paid much attention to that. Is that Did the human models actually not have a dark skin tone? I could have sworn they did.
They did, but then they updated, and it wasn't nearly as much, basically.
Oh, huh.
Yeah.
Yes,
I know full well. Did you know I made a joke about that? I was being very sarcastic. What I said was that one of their managers listened to rap once, which makes them qualified on all matters of diversity. It's expressing anger through humor. I'm very good at it. I'm sorry, I sound really sarcastic, don't I?
You're fine. Well, You're fine.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm getting what's the term? Hoppin' mad.
Oh wow, yeah, the fruit bat might actually have to go bite a peach or something.
I will literally devour you. I will exsanguinate if I have to.
Ooh, you can exsanguinate. Oh wow. What, fruit juice?
Are you full of fruit
blood
juice,
oranges aren't the same thing as actual blood.
Are you full of fruit juice, you little shit?
No, I'm full of actual blood. Demon blood at that.
Yeah, sounds spicy.
Yeah, but it's not blood oranges. So you couldn't have it. What?
This bit sucks. Let's move on.
We have rapidly tortured this metaphor.
Yeah.
We've received a cease and desist from a writers' organization.
I am the representative. I beg us to cease and also desist. But yeah.
Oh, it is like crazy with this type of stuff.
Yeah. The takeaway is that corporations aren't really good at handling people unless it's in their financial interests to do so. But yeah. Communist Kiki Corner is over. Let's move on.
Communist Kiki Corner.
So yeah.
Hang on. Okay. So we have like one more article, and then we can probably move on to like our little game segment. And that is the other thing I wanted to fall into with the second part of this whole article.
Real quick, I need to address something that just got said.
Yes.
You know what they say, the more the merrier. And it's, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, go on.
What they say.
All toasters.
Toast. Wasn't there a third version of that we had?
Boys,
that was like,
boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys. That was it.
Yes, that's
God,
those are the three
animation.
things. Don't. Let's leave it at that. Those are the three
I'm
things
going to
people
have.
say.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to write down gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
See, it's
Because that is a powerful line.
It really is.
It
It's
is.
really strong.
So
I've heard
Go
it's
on.
the MLM strategy. No, that's the MLM strategy to cast like gatekeep girl boss. That's what you do when you're trying to recruit new blood for your downline.
so
Continue. Sorry.
the second part of this is Activision Blizzard cancels conference and misconduct scandal, or amid misconduct scandals. Activision Blizzard called off plans to hold a mostly virtual event for its biggest annual convention in February, as fallout from a sexual misconduct scandal persists. The Blizzcon conference is one of the biggest events in the video game industry calendar, and that is true. In years past, it has drawn more than 20,000 people to Southern California and serves as a venue to unveil new games from Activision Blizzard's entertainment.
Imagine how bad those 20,000 people smell. Like the collective. I'm sorry, that's mean. Go on.
It's mean, and also Comic-Con exists.
Probably pretty salty, so I mean.
I've been to conventions before. I know what you find there.
After foregoing an in-person event for 2 years, BlizzCon 2022 was scheduled to combine an online show with smaller in-person gatherings. The company was thrown into turmoil this year after a California agency sued claims of sexual harassment and pay inequities. Activision has denied some of the claims while also taking steps to punish those accused of harassment. Last week, Activision said it ousted more than 20 employees. BlizzCon often hosts parties where employees drink heavily and make unwanted sexual advances on colleagues of fans. Or fans. Bloomberg reported in August. In a statement on the event's cancellation Tuesday, Blizzard said, "Whatever the event looks like in the future, we also need to ensure that it feels as safe, welcoming and inclusive as possible." A spokeswoman didn't immediately provide further comment. Blizzard still plans to offer previews of upcoming games despite not holding the event, the company said, which that's the article. So it seems to indicate that Blizzard has straight up canceled their virtual sort of thing now.
It's that way. It does seem that way.
Gaslight,
Which-
gatekeep, girl boss.
Specifically, gaslight every moment, gatekeep every day. Girl boss, beyond words. It's so
Wow.
good.
Getting its fun things there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah. So that is that like segment. Well, not segment. We have like the ending of this here. But what are your thoughts on that then? Like this whole like Blizzard thing going on of this whole thing. Do you think it's going to continue? Do you think it's going to get worse? Do you think it's going to like?
Do you want the hope response or the cynic response?
Give me both.
Okay, so my hope obviously is that this inspires actual change, not just in Blizzard but elsewhere, and now that the concept of a union in gaming companies is a thing that is real, it could spread here, and I can see that making a massive difference. Actually, being able to keep people safe and protected, not just from the awfulness of people in the workplace, but also from crunch and all that other stuff. But I know for a fact that's not going to happen. But I can't say that I know for a fact. But
It's been Blizzard's been hollowed out enough by Activision that they will. When that sort of thing starts to gain purchase, they're just gonna go up in flames instantaneously.
I have a question though. Are you implying that Blizzard hasn't been hollow for a very long time?
Well, it has been going for a while, since the acquisition and maybe a little before.
I think the last good memory I have of a Blizzard game was when I first got StarCraft 2 and didn't know better.
This is mildly irrelevant, but I forever curse StarCraft for the fast, clicky actions per second fucking brand of
Oh yeah, no,
game.
it's terrible. It's why I don't. It's why I played competitively in StarCraft when I was in high school, and then as soon as I hit college, I burnt out because I was too old for the genre.
Man, I always loved StarCraft. The first and the second one were always just like fun for me.
The casual play version, like foci are very fun, but knowing that the game shines when you're just doing machine level competence is just too scary.
I used to play Ring. This was back in the era of like Total Biscuit also hosting StarCraft 2 tournaments. Rest in peace, Total Biscuit.
Yeah, I played, like I said, I played ranked like, God, 10, 12 years ago because I'm old.
You're not
like
that
I said,
old.
Back in high school. I'm ancient. I've crumbled to dust several times.
Is this you trying to like indicate that you're this vampiric like blood drinking bat and therefore you're like ageless because you're actually a vampire?
Honestly, that would have been a really clever way to take this.
Are you really just talking about this right in front of me? The Lich?
Hey,
no, not at all.
Can you smell vampires, Lich friend?
I don't have much left in my nostrils.
Hell yeah, that means that you can't prove me right or wrong.
Listen, I am a lizard.
You smell like
and
fruit.
I'm not certain if I have a tongue. We set the air with our tongues, you see. Blam.
Blam.
Wow. Well, sorry. Good. Laid off all their event staff before the lawsuit cooked off, so it's a collection of things they're going to do anyway. That makes a lot of sense. That tracks with everything I know about Corporations Act. You see, this thing we were going to do was actually done for these reasons, and you should love us and buy our games for it. Or actually buy our loot boxes, those are more profitable.
Yeah, your Overwatch loot box. That's interesting though. I did not like looking at the Glassstone resume dates. Laid off their event staff. Wow.
Which makes sense given that COVID would mean that in-person events weren't all that likely. So yeah, reframing. Yeah.
Man, that is like, oof.
That's dark.
That is dark. That is pretty dark. And then they can just reframe like all that happening as part of the we're changing.
You straight up cannot trust any sort of company. This is why we're doing this reason, unless it's we are explicitly doing this because it will make us more money. That is the only thing you can trust.
Wasn't the head of like the HR department also like indicating that there was no sexual harassment going on?
Yep.
That's also their job.
I would like to politely request that we change the subject now. I'm getting real upset.
Sorry.
True.
Sorry.
Let's go maximum spooky, besides the crushing inevitability of money making.
I need a Weltschmerz potion right now.
I'm sorry. This is what happens when we start newsjacking or whatever. Like we want to like.
We could also talk about fun news, like the really dumb police blotters from like really rich areas where people call the cops because they lock themselves on their balconies. That's fun news.
That sounds like a Florida story, though. Hang on. Let's look up what good news has happened. Well, like. Good news. Let's see.
Don't patronize me with good news.
We're gonna look up some good news.
We have been cursed to live in interesting times, and I wish it was over.
1 million fruit trees planted in India to fight hunger. It's actually really nice.
That is actually really cool.
In other good news, my dog is currently wadding up my blankets to nest in them.
That's actually really cute.
It is.
Yeah, it's like I'm not even here, but there she is. And I'm powerless to stop her, because she is cute while she does it.
It's so cute.
When your dogs howl, it's also really cute.
If they start howling at this late hour, I will be sure to put them on the phone.
Will you give them a very stern look and say that that's not becoming of someone living in this neighborhood?
No, I dare not scold them. They are very shy about it.
Do you want another noise complaint?
Another noise complaint.
Well, yeah, the last one was from when Flint was all excited.
Hang on. We also got some more good news as well, by the way.
Oh,
A U.S. American president announces $100 billion spending at ASEAN Summit. Partnership and initiative. Southern East Asian countries. Giant owl not seen in 150 years. Pictured in wild for first time.
That one I appreciate.
I want to see this owl.
Retired banker devotes. Here, I'll like picture the owl real quick before I get on to the
I
other
need to.
wholesome story here. The eye bleach
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah, isn't eye bleach a bad thing?
No,
Because
eye bleaching. It's like, you know.
No, because I don't like because like if we're encouraging people to pour bleach into their eyes, I don't like that.
Well, how else are you gonna clean your eyes?
With toothpaste, obviously.
True.
Oh, that's the article, but you'll have to like look down to see the picture of this
Okay,
owl.
you linked it in chat. Oh my god.
There they are.
Oh my god.
Apparently, they were thought to be extinct.
Oh my
Oh, they're
god.
just chilling out. Oh, that's adorable.
Oh my god.
See, now isn't this much better? Just have like
Oh
a
my
wholesome
God.
news segment.
Shelley's eagle owls are so good. I love them. Like nothing else matters to me right now. This is adorable.
For the first time in ages, I was walking the dogs like last week or something, and I heard what I'm pretty sure was an owl. I can't be certain because it kind of like hooted/cooed in like the pattern of a very loud pigeon, but it was also night, so like I don't know.
Perfect.
It was like loud and stock enough. You could have told me it was Halloween decorations.
Speaking of Halloween decorations, you've segued us perfectly into our next bit.
Oh, good.
Who wants to get spooked?
Ooh, spooky. Also, retired
Spooky.
banker devotes his millionaire fortune to restoring and protecting sand dunes on island beaches. Okay, now we're good.
Aw.
I figured that might be a good one to kind of like just end off on quick. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, anyway, yeah, spookiness. Okay, yeah. So we had like some plans. There was also like the Jackbox party back thing. That was an idea. I want to like wait until we're a little further into
Yeah.
streaming and a little more
Oh,
competent in our abilities.
Yeah, well, I think we could do it just fine. The issue is the number of people. We can't really do it with only like 4 people, and I don't think we have very many right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
And-
blanked out. What was the plan?
Oh, the plan is
like
to not do-
one of the talk was the Jackbox party pack, but I want to wait until we're a little more in streaming, if you know what I'm saying. A little more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you need like a whole pile of people for that.
exactly.
Yeah,
You need
yeah,
at least, I think at least like 6 to 8 would probably be for the best, and
Yeah.
then we want more than that.
Yeah, you want to wait until we have some good momentum built up, this type of thing.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Like there are some games that are better with smaller numbers of people that would be fun to show off, but
Very specific at that point.
yeah.
Yeah, so the other thing was Borrowed Trauma updated today, which was a possibility.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Does anyone have any preferences on being spooked in person and being spooked on a submarine?
And then the other one was, because I didn't get around to mentioning the other one yet, was Phasmophobia, which had an update a few days ago, which, you know, personally,
It's very
Borrowed Trauma would be good if we also have a Yana and an Anna here. I think would be really good.
Phasm.
And Phasmophobia would be better for like us three.
Yeah.
And
Let's
you know.
let's leap into Phasmophobia then. Let's not waffle about. Don't be waffly.
It's good to just go over our like options.
You're waffling. You're waffling something hard here.
Waffling,
Yeah.
you say.
Yeah, waffling. You're whiff waffling.
Waffling.